So today was a pretty simple, quick session. Wanted to get in there and get out. I had work, so I was trying to do a little balance, do a little jugular with that. I left my sandal, which was kind of funny, and I had to go back and go get my sandal. But all in all, pretty decently for the 7.26. 152, and then for the 14 pounder 170, right in the pocket. I can't complain about that. Definitely moving a lot better with the ball. My concept in mind that I'd like to keep is 0 0 0 1 2 3 4. That's kind of my cadence. There's a rhythm there. Yeah, I always go back to Uncle Kib. I go back to Uncle Kib because as fast as he moves with the ball, and I'm not here to knock Uncle Kib, but Uncle Kib moves so very fast. But when I watch Uncle Kib, and then I watch when I watch Uncle Kib, and then I watch Koji. Now, Koji was something. Koji was something to watch. Koji in his prime was something to watch. I tell you, Koji in his prime was something to watch. So I say that because very, very similar builds, but the way he the personal best say everything. 4 meters better, and that's on a very, very high level. 4 meters over the 80 meter mark, which is hell to pay after you get over that. 4 meters over almost 5, damn near almost 5. Koji was close. Goddamn, Koji was close. I really want to take a look at his videos and really see kind of the concepts he was really thinking about. But when I think about the comparison, so once again, I'm not here to knock Kibwe. But Kibwe on his 80 meter throws that I have seen, I don't see the succinctness on one. I just don't see the succinctness. I almost see him doing a 3 turn. I almost see him doing the with the speed that he delivers the ball on number 1, and he's ripping it. If you guys ever go watch, go watch, and you'll see what I'm saying. Go watch Kibwe, and then go watch Koji, and tell me what you see. Somebody please go watch Kibwe, and then go watch Kobe, and then tell me Koji. Excuse me. Somebody go watch Kibwe, and then watch Koji, and then tell me what you see. There's a difference there, guys. There's a difference there. So that's one of the biggest things that I kind of think about. So 0 0 1 2 3 4. I want to run with the ball, but in my brain I've built up this concept that I want to build up the speed. Even in the 100, after a certain point in the 100, there's no more acceleration. The same thing goes with the 200. There's no more acceleration. At a certain point, it's only a kick, and even especially with these longer races, they're going as fast as they can the whole race. Don't get the game twisted, but they have done their accelerating essentially. They're in a race at the end. It's a kick. It's a kickoff. Especially with the longer races, they're not going any faster. Sometimes I'm lying. Sometimes some of those mother jokers can finish with a hell of a kick and with a hell of a last lap. They leave it in the tank until the last lap. Sometimes they do, especially with the distance runners. But I'm just bringing up these concepts because they're very, very interesting to think about with track and field, with throwing events in general. Another one is Krauser. How methodical. He's so slow and methodical around, and he has the record now. He's so slow and methodical around, but that punch and that delivery at the end, wow. That's another one that I'd like to bring up. Krauser. Some of these guys sweep out the back pretty fast, but he's so slow and methodical. I think he's gotten a little bit faster out the back, but if you go back and watch some of his younger videos, my goodness. So really a kind of a crazy concept to think about, to consider. Today I started with the no winds with the 7.26, moved to some fulls, then moved to some fulls with the 14. Felt pretty decent. Not going to complain about the practice at all. I told you about the distances already. I think that what my revelation, if you will, And I've realized that I want to be a good hammer thrower. I want to be a really, really good hammer thrower. I want to be up there, up there, up there. Not to be stroking my ego or anything, but I want to be up there. So, the thing about that is that I realized I've done all the Olympic lifting in the world, and I've lifted all the heavy weights. At this point in time, what I would like to bring up to you is that the speed and also the repetition that you move the weight. What else is there? The strength to hold the speed through the hammer throw. These are the concepts that I start to think about now, because as much as you do need the weight room action, you need it. But what I'm starting to realize is more reps in the ring is what I mean. Even the program that I have, I think it's between 20 something probably 20 something throws, and that's not going to cut the cheese. So I think somewhere between 120 and 160 throws is where I want to be every week. And I think that's going to put me over the top. It's going to get me where I'm going. I've been underestimating the value of quality, not just reps, but I've been underestimating the value of quality reps with the hammer throw. And I've done my Olympic lifting. I'm an expert Olympic lifter, if you ask me. Well, I'm not an expert. I say that because I couldn't figure out how to do the lifts and perform them effectively. I've done it for forever. I started with CrossFit, moved to Olympic lifting, did throwing, and so now I know that I want to throw as long as I can, because I can throw longer than I will be able to Olympic lift at a high level. I'm not going to the Olympics for Olympic lifting. I mean, and I honestly don't think that there's going to be an American that gets a medal even in my lifetime for Olympic lifting. And that's not to knock the Americans that do it in the sport, but that's just to knock the drugs and a lot of the other things that go on in the sport. In order to be good at this, the bottom line is about it, you got to be good at this. If you want to be good, you got to be good. And hey, there's something to be said about that. I mean, I was watching some guys in a different meet, and there were some big guys. There were some big, strong guys, and I mean, hey, they were hammer throwers. But I mean, 68. So that doesn't punch your ticket to the World Championships. It doesn't punch your ticket to the Olympics. It doesn't punch your ticket to when you're talking about the professional level. It just doesn't. And those guys looked like they were pretty chunky, pretty big guys, and like that shit don't make a shit. So that's the beautiful thing about the hammer throw. And I was watching the old video of Stewart talking about how Koji says a lot, and I bring up Koji again because Koji says a lot. It doesn't matter how big. Koji had some length to him. Don't get the game twisted. Koji had some levers, but Koji was not the largest guy to ever throw the hammer, and that really says a lot about the hammer throw. There was a lot of these guys that were larger in weight and magnitude, but they didn't move with the ball as well. Even the 80-meter guys, even the guys that threw 80, they never got as far as Koji did over that 80-meter line. So I mean, it's really a beautiful concept to really think about. How much do you want to figure out the problem? How much do you want to work the problem? As well as what does it take to get to that level? And I think that some of these bigger guys, they have it a little bit easier because force equals mass times acceleration. They have the mass, and then they figure out the acceleration. There's a lot of bigger 80-meter guys, and as the more I watch videos, there's a lot of bigger, larger 80-meter guys. But that doesn't mean that they got close to the world record, or that doesn't mean that they were top 5 or 10 all-time throwers. And I say that because that's just what I think about now. Who's really up there? Fidek, I got to give him some cookies. Bigger dude once again, but has learned how to move well with the hammer, most definitely. So some crazy concepts, but yeah, that's my revelation. You want to be good? Throw the bitch. It's kind of really simple concept. It's not hard. It's really not hard. So I've overthought this whole thing. I've always gone back to, let me figure out the workout program that I need to do. Let me figure out the workout. No, bitch. Fucking throw. So that's all I got, guys. You already know what the deal is. Run on your toes, keep your mouth closed, lock your doors, and save your throws. And most importantly, you'll live to fight another day. I'm going to get out of here.